We're back. We're alive. Well, just about. Just about. There we go. Yeah, sorry, I've not been so well this last couple of days, so I haven't streamed. I haven't really done much. But glad to be back. Glad to be alive. Right, we left this in pretty dire straits. So yeah, they came back, didn't they? Yeah, they had another. They must have had some more vessels further out in the abyss. So my plan for today is we're going to build up some actual ground forces, and we are going to maybe try and build some on other planets as well, because I think we did manage to move some ground force construction, if I'm not mistaken, to Ganymede. Didn't move any to Io or Europa yet. We did move some to Luna. We still got 11 on Earth. I think we are moving some to the other places, if I'm not mistaken. These guys, what are you currently doing? Oh, you're still moving one more section of it to Ganymede. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so let's come up with a bit of a plan here. So at the minute we've just kind of got this initial setup going here. But I'll be honest, I had no clue what I was doing when I was building this, so okay, right, I remember. So we built a bunch of these defense squads, which are pretty much just a group of really, well, medium-sized defense craft. They just have 2 big guns on them, I believe. What was the formation? The defense craft. Yeah, they had an autocannon and a bombardment. So they can be used defensively. They can also be, well, they will be offensively. But they're better entrenched on the back line, I think, with the bombardment. So not really ideal to have multiple roles, I guess, because the autocannon is more of a defensive, maybe assault position. Because all of these are going to go into different, what's the word? Different field positions. So at the minute, this defensive squad here, the 33rd, I think they're just set to frontline defense, whereas this rear echelon group is set to, sorry, this STO group is set to rear echelon. So RE, that's why it's got that there. So the field positions, this is like super backline. This is where your artillery would sit, and your a lot of your non-combats maybe sit there. Some will sit in support. Frontline defense, they can build up fortification, so they can entrench themselves. Frontline attack is sort of the breach, how to breach defenses on a planet you're assaulting. Or if an enemy is entrenched on your planet, that's how you break through them. Support can't be, well, I think support can assist with defense, but they can't attack. But they can also provide reinforcements if needed. I'm still not 100% sure how it works, but I've got a better grasp on it now, because while I've been off sick, I've been watching a lot of other videos on Aurora. So we're going to build a sort of a better thing of, a better build-up of units, formations, and we're going to sort of group them together, kind of like what we started to do here, but in a bit more of a organized way. So I think what I've tried to do here is build a... Yeah, these are medium vehicles again, aren't they? Construction ATVs, yeah. I mean, they've worked pretty well right now, but they're not... like, I can't just dump a bunch of these, for example, on a planet and just expect that to be it. I need to actually have a plan. So I think I'm going to stick with what I had set up for these groupings. So we had a... Where is it? So we had a regiment, a platoon, a brigade, and what was the other one? A division. We're going to change this up slightly. Let me get a notepad. That's my D&D notes from this weekend. We don't need that anymore. Well, we do. I'll keep it off. There's my Aurora note. Right, here. Ground, combat. If I move this over so you can actually see what I'm writing. Ground combat. What's the word? Doctrine? Question mark. We're gonna do. So let's say we have a. Say 500 to 1,000, I guess. 500,000 units would be our platoon. 5k. That would be our individual. Well, we're going to have multiple things within the platoon, so we will have. We'll design individual units. So we'll design a powered infantry with personal weapons. We'll design maybe a light vehicle to support them that maybe has an autocannon. We'll throw in a bunch of that sort of stuff. But then above that, we need a bit more of a hierarchy. So it's going to need a HQ. And if we're saying that the platoon is going to be 5k, the other one we've built is already 25k, so that's going to be 5 platoons under each one. Yeah, brigade. 25k. And this is going to consist of 5 platoons. And then above that we've got the regiment HQ. I think I've probably got those the wrong way around. So a 4 brigades, regiment, which is 100k, and then 5 is the division, and then what's that, 500,000? And then let's say 4 divisions in the core, which would be 2,000k, so 2 million. So I'm going to put that over here, just so I know what I'm sticking to. And design some infantry first of all. So they're probably going to need powered armor. Well, if we make them without powered armor, makes them cheaper, because our current let's think, how much of our 5k do we want to devote to infantry, and how much do we want to devote to vehicles? Because we also need to plan in, do we want, well, we're probably going to make defensive armies first. But we will need some offensive teams, so they're going to need different loadouts. They're going to need more of a specialist weaponry. Probably once we've unlocked some capabilities, we'll probably need some of those as well. For our defensives, we can play around with a little bit. So I think let's design the vehicle first, because we are going to need some vehicles. We have unlocked a heavy vehicle. They are hella expensive though. Although I suppose we're not going to have as many of them because of the size. So a powered infantry armor is 3 tons. If we put a crew served anti-personnel, which I'm assuming is, let's have a look, so that's 6 armor piercing. 6 across the board. Okay, so I see we've currently got an armor strength of 8. So if we have powered infantry armor, our armor goes from 8 to 12. We still have 8 hit points because we're just working with infantry and they only have a 1x multiplier. But the armor rating multiplier gets multiplied by 1.5, so that goes 12. So if we were coming up against powered infantry armor infantry, we would need to do 12 damage to break through the armor, which would also kill them. But if we're going up against light infantry armor, we've only got 8, which is still not enough, is it really there? But also, you've got numbers. Let's have a look at those logs from last time. There you go. I'm gonna turn this light off because it's hurting my eyeballs. I'm gonna switch to this one. I'm still here. I'm just invisible. Oh, that's better. Eyeballs, man. I mean, I can still be on the screen if you want, but I'm gonna be like weirdly dark. Okay. So if we look at, why were they in combat? Yeah, the set is non-combat. That's weird. Ah, but they were probably in. Ah, okay, yeah, never mind. They were probably in the group that was in combat. Yeah, so I've got inside the brigade here. I've got. Oh, which group is this? I can't remember which. We were on Earth. Oh, I think they were in combat because this unit has this thing has more. Construction squad has infantry with it. Yeah, so they don't need that. I don't think they need the HQ in this either. We need headquarters in the what the hell's the thing? In the brigade. I don't think we need it in the platoon. Like the lowest level, I don't think we need it. I could be wrong. Good, yeah, so dark. On a slightly lighter setting. There we go. Slightly darker setting, rather. Okay. Okay, probably need to obsolete some of these. So obsolete those. Construction squad. Obsolete. STOs. Obsolete. Elite Space Police. I think we're currently building these, aren't we? Ground training. No, we're not. Okay. So we can mark those as obsolete as well. We'll just start completely from fresh. We'll just keep the unit headquarters. Metron defensive squad. Obsolete that. Reinforcement battalion. We'll obsolete that. We'll have to make another one, but that's fine. Obsolete that. Obsolete the Xenos squad as well. Okay. So we've got brigade unit, regiment, division. Can I... I'm assuming these are in name order. Division, regiment, gauge, 2. This should be 4. Division, regiment, brigade. Because the brigade is the lowest, and division's up top, and then we need another one. Brigade. Regiment. Why is those two the same size? That one not. Or is it just a maximum size? 7. Oh yeah, we need to obsolete these as well. Okay, so I think I know what's going on here. These are our formation templates. These are our unit class design templates. So we can obsolete those, that, super infantry, yes, get rid of that. So I don't know why the size is the same for those, because that one's 5 times bigger, so you should think, I mean, from there to there, that's 5 times bigger as well. Which is 3.7 times. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what's going on with that. Let's design another. Are these? Oh, hang on. Maybe these are. Maybe it's maybe the division is an infantry division, and this is maybe a static. Can I see what the template is for this? Combat. You can have a headquarters of any size, can't you? That's 500,000. That's 250 tons. Yeah, so the 5k, the 5 platoon HQ was 3 armor and 9 hit points. So this here, this is 5k. So that has 3. Oh man, you know that? Ah, yeah, because we designed that way earlier in the. Yeah, let's obsolete this. Let's obsolete everything. Let's just fucking start fresh. Let's just obsolete all of this. Sorry, I know I'm going back over and completely undoing everything we've already done, but it's important to start off. Well, it's important to get it right because then it's less maintenance later on, less micromanaging. We also see if we can get an actual list of the proper names for these things. Battalion, Regiment, Brigade, Division, Corps. So we were almost. Small unit. Operations. These battalions. Okay, so battalion is the smallest unit capable of independent operations, 400 to 1200 soldiers, commanded by a lieutenant colonel. A regiment is a parent unit, often administrative, that can hold multiple battalions, particularly in traditional historical Commonwealth contexts. A brigade is the smallest unit to integrate different types of combat and support units. Infantry, armor, artillery. Okay. Division. Okay, so we really just need battalions, regiments, brigades. We don't necessarily need divisions. We will later on. Several brigades commanded by a major general. Corps, a high-level formation comprising 2 or more divisions plus supporting arms, commanded by a lieutenant general. Okay. 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 Why can we have infantry headquarters rather than having a static headquarters? Your headquarters wouldn't be in combat, surely. Aurora headquarters. Infantry headquarters versus static headquarters. Okay, so the answer is, in an assault army, you're probably going to want an infantry headquarters because they have more mobility and evasion than a static building or a static drop pod or whatever, and they're also smaller. So a static. So if we're initially looking at defensives, we're probably going to have static, entrenched, fortified headquarters because we don't care about how heavy they are. Probably do also want them quite armored. Oh, excuse me. So these have the ability to fortify up to 6 times. And they can self-fortify 3. So this would go to, oh, maths, 48? If they were just self-fortifying. And 96. So yeah, they'd be plenty armoured if they were fully fortified. Which is, it should be fine. So if we were so this would be planetary garrison headquarters. Avoid combat. Create that. Okay, so we've created an armored headquarters building that can hold 25. Well, it can have the capacity of 25,000 signs worth of troops. So, if we stick to our 5, what would they call battalions? Battalions. So battalions, regiments, brigades. So that we've just built a regiment headquarters basically, and we have underneath that is 5 battalions, and in those battalions we're building specific things for them. So our first 5,000 size battalion is going to be artillery. So I'm trying to work back forward. So we've built the headquarter building, heavily armoured, static, a lot of fortifications, a lot of health, a lot of armour once it's fully fortified. We will need construction support crew, and we will need some sort of logistical team. We'll need an artillery unit so we can bombard assault teams, hopefully, cause massive damage. And then we'll need a frontline defensive squad. one to take the big hit, but also is cheap to replace. And I need to check. Yes, OBS is working. There we go. All right. Bombardment. So, if I'm thinking defenses for yeah, if I'm thinking defenses for incoming assault armies, we could probably, if we're just purely looking from defensive standpoint, static still makes a lot of sense. Having buildings rather than vehicles. We should have vehicles as well, but we should have the other window. I don't need that one anymore. Static. is that they can be placed in support echelon or rear echelon for medium MBL. I haven't got any MBLs. We haven't unlocked whatever that is yet. This means it can be protected by your frontline units, and that the bombardment units do not need to be heavily armored and thus can be built more cheaply compared to frontline armored or static units. Okay, so we can build. Okay, yeah, so I see. So the hit mod, a static building has no reduction to being hit, they're just solid. Whereas if we had medium vehicles, but medium vehicles are more expensive than static. Oh, maybe not when you pile on bombardment. So that is size 52, 1.04. Yes, that's much more expensive. But also they have two. I just did a light vehicle. 52 2.08 rather than 1.04. So the same size if it was a light vehicle, which is there. Yeah, okay, so the size modifier is there. Hit points, yeah, okay. So the advantage to going for a light vehicle then is that it's much less chance to be hit. Can't fortify as well though. But if it's being defended by the front line team, and this is sat in support, why can light vehicles have medium bombardment? Can light vehicles use medium weapons? I guess you trade in evasion for health. It's lighter, but it's got more hit points. Yeah, it's an extra 8 hit points. But it loses 20% evasion. Am I reading that right? Well, I suppose no, it's actually 50% easier to hit compared to a light vehicle. It's only gaining like that's gaining 8 health, so that's 3rd extra hit points. And it's 50% more expensive. But medium vehicles also get 2 2 weapons, which I'm assuming means they can attack twice in 1 round of combat. Which, for this, might be better. These are supposed to be fortified static things, though. I would like them to be fairly well armored. Oh yeah, we do need to do surface to orbit weapons as well. Okay, let's go static, medium bombardment. And this is going to be a fixed fixed artillery. Fixed armored artillery. So they will create that. And then we will do a fixed crew serves anti-personnel. So these are basically anti-infantry guns. So they get a lot of shots in, but they also just have 6 penetration, 6 damage. So we probably want a medium vehicle here with 2 of those on it. And this would be in our... This being support, this be in... I suppose it would be in... No, this would be in defensive. And we also need to do our surface to orbit weapons. So we're probably going to use this one with the higher range. Although I think, did we not just on 30 or are we working on 30? Yeah, we're just on 30. We just need to design the railgun for it. Which we can do. Let's grab railgun. 12 centimeters. Oh, this also only has 1 shot. Oh, excuse me. Uh, 2112 quad core 12 centimeter railgun. And then we'll do a dual core, just to see if there's any real difference when it comes to this bit. We'll have to research those as well. And I didn't do. It's been about a week since I played this, so my brain is all over the place. Show widescreen and show prototypes, and we need to go into here. We'll go to research and research, and now they should show up in here. There they are. So let's just take 2 labs off you, give you 1 lab, give you 1 lab. Yeah, both can do it at the same time. March, okay, cool. And then he'll take over those labs again. It's like a month off. Wait. Right. Right, so we can't do the STR right now, but we can do probably should have some form of mobile bombardment as well. We've done a static bombardment. Just put the best armor on we can. Medium bombardment. Before damage, 3 shots, 18 ground supply points, yes. 18 vehicles. There's a difference between those two. Oh, anti-vehicle only gets 1 shot, but it's, I think, is that armor penetration? Yes. Okay, so if we're thinking basically a mobile tank. So this would be mobile armored artillery. So one big gun with a lot of penetration, and another, 3 other cannons that they can use to fire. Do a lot of damage but don't have a huge amount of armor penetration. But they'll do a lot of damage to... I suppose actually, you know, let's just do medium bombardment because they're going to do more damage to incoming infantry, which is I think what we're going to come up against more. Mobile armored artillery. And then we should do an anti-vehicle one as well. Because I need to research these before I can design them. So in my brain, it's difficult for me to visualize this, how it's going to come out. So I'm kind of just throwing everything at the wall and seeing what sticks. Crew served anti-personnel. So these are like infantry versus infantry. These are, yeah, because no other, yeah, these guys get personal weapons themselves. But these don't get any of that, but they do get all the other stuff as well. Yeah, because these guys can't use medium general weaponry. So a light vehicle then. Light vehicle has a good amount of evasion. 3 times more hit points than an infantry unit. So I don't know why you would use light over medium, but I suppose it's because of the cost, although the damage penetration is really good there. So I think I'm going to do this. So this is our light vehicle. This is going to be our anti-vehicle. Vehicle, sure, and then we'll do a medium. I just want to see what happens, what we can do with them. We now need infantry, powered infantry armor. Let's get a bunch of these light personal weapons. Improved personal weapons. They're slightly bigger, slightly more expensive, They have slightly more penetration, but the point of these units is not necessarily to do. No, they do kind of need to soak damage. But in theory, if they can also deal damage out as well, that's nice. Crew served anti-personnel, so this is infantry versus infantry if we give them anti-personnel weapons. They get... Okay, so these are single shot. These are machine guns. But they are 6 times more expensive. In terms of well, they're twice as big as these two, but the ground support points, supply points, take a lot more to because they've got 6 shots. So yeah, you instead of giving them 1 bullet, you're giving them 6 because they're firing 6 shots at a time. That makes sense. But more shots, more good. I like the sound of that. So this is going to be our... Right, that's a lot of things to research, so we'll get this railgun done first, and then we can set up the STR, and then we can start researching all that. Ooh. They've gone after the Hudson. They must have seen it flying back and forth. They've probably also seen the cargo fleet now as well. Yeah, they're chasing. Can we make it back to Earth in time? Are they just going back to Earth now? Oof. Let's remove that last order. Say go to Earth. I hope they make it. They're so slow. Okay, the railguns have been researched. So we can now have some armoured surface to orbit quad core railguns. Okay, so the quad core is a good size bigger, but it's not that much more expensive, like more than 50% bigger. But it gets 4 shots. Maximum fire control range of 8,000 kilometers. Chance to hit a max range 67%. How far is 100? Maximum sensor range 1.5 million kilometers. What is if we go to Earth? How far is 180,000 kilometers? Okay. How far is Luna? Okay, so we need to get quite a bit ways out before we can defend Luna from Earth. Like 400k. But we can work towards that. We just need to add more fire control range. But yeah, in theory we can defend against things. If we put those, I suppose we could put a few on some of these asteroids as well. Have little outposts out there in the dark. Right. Research. We've got 6 labs available. Oh yeah, because we added a bunch more. Let's go and research some of these things. We need one of you. One of you. Should probably be doing this in a more efficient way. Quite expensive. Oh, your construction vehicle bar, so it doesn't really that. Let's just go down the list. Okay, so they got back to Earth. They just decided not to attack. Well, they're going back. Yeah, we'll leave them at Earth for now. Oh, Callisto's having problems. Oh, I think Callisto already had issues. Yeah, we're still waiting on these research things to come in. We sent a ground support. Sorry, a ground force construction complex. We sent 10. Oh no, we sent 4 to Ganymede. We obsoleted everything. It's possibly not helpful. Let's unobsolete some of our some of these. So STO. I mean, we just need a couple. You as well. They've got their own HQ, so they should be fine. Just to build independently. So if we go to Ganymede now, we go to ground unit training, we can build one of you, just in case they decide to jump in and attack stuff. We'll also do... I think it's just Lunar, isn't it? Luna has some defenses though. Ganymede just has a Xeno squad, one unit of Xeno squad for some reason. Why is there a Xeno squad there? Oh, because the yeah, oh yeah, we need to defend Ganymede. Ganymede's got the ancient construct. When we start doing our missile research, yeah, we need to defend Ganymede. We should probably have been doing this already. Just build a bunch of these. We'll end up replacing them, but we'll just build those for now. Ooh, what did you do? What did you do and why did it happen there? Okay, so they showed some more of our fighters. Excuse me. Oh, I think Earth must have moved. Yeah, they were on the line, so the Earth moved. For some reason, time passed on the tick. So we destroyed the Le Mans ship. Le Mans, yeah. The Le Mans was quite a big ship, I think. No, it was not. They like throwing themselves at us, don't they? 2 more Le Mans down. We destroyed our Beals, a couple of them. That's okay, we can just rebuild. destroyed a Bezier. Bezier was this one. It's got 8 railguns on it. Interesting. We are gonna need to build a salvage team after this. Whoa, why did you all just split? That's not concerning. Oops. Should probably save since we've done quite a bit. The only problem with where we are right now. Oh, Ganymede doesn't have a huge amount of Verendite. That's fine. We can send the Verendite to them, I think, because they have a mass driver. Sorry, industry, mining, Verendite. We have a ton of Verendite. Yeah, we can send that. And Ganymede. Where the hell is Ganymede? Oh, Ganymede doesn't have a mass driver because it doesn't actually have anything to send, so we didn't put a mass driver on it. But we should have put a mass driver on it because then we can send shit to Ganymede if we need to, like right now. You are fucked. You can just detach. You guys go do a thing for me, please. Transport items. Some of the ships got blown up that were carrying the ground force things, so there's not a whole number of ground force. Oh, that's annoying. Right, unload installations here. Load minerals. Load minerals. Specific mineral? I want Verendite. And then I want you to take that to Ganymede and unload. I'm just conscious of, is that going to take a bunch? Is that going to take a bunch that we don't actually have? Oh, no, we have it. Or is he going to take all of it? Because there's a lot of beetles here. There's 36 cargoes worth. Unload all minerals. And then if we go to our minerals here, we'll just set the stockpile, so the reserve level, to like, we only want to send like a couple of thousand. So let's send 6,000. Let's see what they do. So can I go here? Okay, so they sent basically the excess. We probably could have kept the other things on there. It's fine though. Ooh, oh yeah, all the fighters that got blown up that last combat round. Crew served anti-personnel. Powered infantry is done. Medium armored anti-vehicle vehicle. Go on, you can get there. Please go back to Earth and survive. They're not going to make it. They did. They did. But they completed their mission, so Ganymede should now have this. So now we can just take this out of here. Okay. But Ganymede now has some sort of defense. How far? Because if we can build one of those new railgun STOs on Ganymede. Ah, bollocks. Well. Ganymede. Oh no, it's not under assault. They're in range of our railgun though, potentially. If we get one built by the time they're still there. No. Can we defend Callista? No. It's fine. We're gonna beat this. I'm determined to beat this. As annoying as these guys are, we're gonna come back. They're gonna regret messing with us. Oh, you're back. Should probably have a drink. Bless you. Shipyard operations is done. I wasn't actually expecting that one. That would be helpful. Let's get that. Right, we've got a lot of research going in ground combat at the minute. Wow. Okay, so we've got one coming in this month, 11 days, and then another one coming in September. 3 coming in September. Okay, and then what we can do is move some of these. Research labs across. That's one of them. Let's Boeing combat capability. I don't need that right now, and we're going to take that off of assign new. I'm going to assign new to not you, 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 and you. So you we can just all use the labs. Looks like we're going through time quite quickly, but we're only moving time forward like 6 hours, 2 hours, 6 hours, 2 hours, 6 hours, 2 hours. What are they doing? Oh, they're salvaging shit. Okay, what was that? Most increasing Ganymede. Yeah, Ganymede is building things though, so Ganymede should have some defenses fairly soon. Yes. That's fine. Oh, we destroyed a Paris. Why did they come back to Earth? Are they dropping more people off? What was a Paris? Well, the Paris is quite a big commercial ship. That might have been their salvage vehicle, you know? Yeah, because it's trying to salvage things in our orbit, isn't it? Yeah, of course. What's all new fucking railguns come up? Ganymede's got its defense squadron sorted now. Duranium and ground force. What do you need duranium for? Oh, for the railgun, yeah. In that case, we're not gonna have an STR there. I should have probably packed more than just Verandite in that mad dash. We do have... Okay. We could send a small cargo shuttle that's quick. Let's see what we can do. We're going to probably design a new engine for this, but we might have one already that we can use. I want a freighter. I'm going to replace the 2072 Beetle with a new ship class. Select a name. So I think this was insects we were going for. Insects. Okay, so this is going from the Beetle and we're going to make something smaller. The Locust. Oh, I think Locust is quite big. The Gnat's quite small. It's an insect too. Flea! Yeah, we'll do it, Flea. What the fuck is a Pharaoh ant? A major indoor nuisance pest. Yeah. You don't look great. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I don't know why people say that. Why would you lie? What you lying about, bitch? Alright. Engine. A 2,000-ton commercial engine. Not too bothered about it being massively fuel efficient because this is like emergency send shit to that plant. Where's to do great research once. There it is. Okay, so I think if we have 100%, we go above 25 hull size. No, it's going to be below 50% and above 25, just to be information. Oh, 50% or below. Okay. So 50% power. So it's going to be a powerful commercial engine. As small as we possibly can. So this one is a 2,000 ton. What I am assuming is it's 30%. So we have a 50% at 2,000 tons. Just that. Prototype that for me. Yes, that goes at 5,000 kilometers a second. What size is our current commercial shipyard? Got an unassigned one there at 10,000. We can make a tiny ass freighter for that. Doesn't need a large fuel storage either. We could also put some armor on it if we wanted to. Although I think putting armor on makes it... Oh no, it doesn't make it a military vessel. It does make it slower though. But it might take a hit if we put 3 layers of armor on, because that keeps it above 5k. Although if we're adding more stuff, it will go below 5k. We also need to add fuel. Standard fuel, 51 billion kilometers. How far? Oh yeah, billion kilometers, like way out here. Okay, so yeah, we don't need. To get to Minerva, we need 132, but we're not going to Minerva. So yeah, standard. We could probably even fit a small. No, play it safe. We'll do a standard. We want cargo transfer, and we want the smaller it is, the smaller its footprint is as well. I think it's a 250. Yeah, it's quite big. auxiliary control do again? I can't remember. Crew training, we don't need that. I think this would just work. It's tiny. So our current Beetle ship is 30,000 tons. Travels at 195 kilometers a second. We haven't done anything with this in like 50 years. It's bad maths. 40 years. The fleet is a tenth of the size, so it should be a lot harder to pick up on tracking and their sensors. So it should be more or less invisible. It's not invisible, but it's got the same size engine signature. That concerns me. But it's also infinitely faster. It's 15, nearly 16 times faster, which will help. Could slap another engine on it. So we have the size. We can go up to like 10. $11.2 billion. Yeah, so I'll get to Neptune and back. We're only going to Jupiter though, aren't we? So we're only going here. So worst case, Earth is over there. That's a billion. So yeah, it's got plenty of fuel for that. That has just massively increased the size of it though. I do like that song, but not for right now. Fuel. Probably a small. A tiny, we could have a tiny, but I think we would need two just to be safe, which is essentially just a small. Why has that become a military vessel? Oh, I see they've got to have a deployment time of 3 months for a commercial vessel. Okay. Okay. That's annoying, but sure. Yeah, because, I mean, he's only going to be out for a month maximum, because that's all he's got fuel for. So that would knock off like a month and a half of build time. Have 58 layers of armor and be as fast as the Beetle. That might not be a bad shout. Put 1 layer of armor, just go for speed first. I think they are faster than us still though. What if we put a military engine on it? And if you put a military engine on it, would be considered a military vessel, wouldn't it? Yeah. It will go very fast. So 2,508 tons. I can get behind that. Let's research that. And this is going to be 21 and 12. Wait. Research. Let me have this engine, please. You only got 2 labs, bro. You're killing me. You idiots Kane. There you go. Months rather than a year. That'd be much nicer. Fuckers back attacking Earth again. We destroyed 3 of their ships. And all it cost us was 4 fighters. I mean, the fighters are just there at the minute, just to draw them in. They're not in use at the minute, so it's not the end of the world. We could build some more, it didn't cost very much. In fact, I might. In fact, you know what? I'm going to build some more because they are doing quite a good job at drawing them in. So we're killing them by attrition. Industry. Let's build some fighters, centaurs. They're not hugely expensive. Use a bit of gallicite. But we've got a lot. Iridium, yeah. Let's make let's just queue up another 100. It's only going to take 3 years to replace all 100 that we had before. Our financial centres are coming in. How's our wealth actually looking? Oh yeah, we've got wealth for days. We can afford to expand the army. as soon as we finish the research. Oh, just saw a analysis there. Oh, it was the mineral shortage. Okay, I thought I'd seen. It was because the fighters have been created, but then something about the ground formation unit on Ganymede. I thought somehow they'd magicked up some duranium. So, right. Right, the engine's ready. So now we can convert our commercial shipyard here to the fleet, and then add a slipway, and to the shipyard fleet. Just build me a fleet. Cost is negligible. We've got a lot of this coming in when we rescue Venus, I think. How long is it going to take to build that? 5 months. Okay. We can only build one at once at the minute. Can we convert any other shipyards? We could possibly convert. They're all massive, so there's no point. Ooh. Oh, I tell you what we could be doing in the meantime. If we go to Ganymede and we just remove this task, move this one up, we could be building the defensive squads first. Nope, I'll do that. Build these first, and then the STOs can come after. Active lab, 2 inactive research facilities on Earth. Why? Oh, because you guys can't take anymore. Okay. You add new. And then you add new. We're nearly at the end of the research phase. We're nearly there. We can nearly start building an army. Well, we can nearly design an army and then we can start building it. Meanwhile, they're panicking because I'm building up fighter ships. How is the fighter fleet looking? Moving orders, go to Earth, overhaul. Oh no, you blew up some more of my fighter ships. I destroyed one of your Beziers. And we, oh god, we hit the Paris and the Le Mans hard. So they will be in a state of panic, I guess. They might not even be able to get out of... Oh no, yeah, they are able to move. But they came back! Or are these different ships? Yeah, these are different ships. We killed another Le Mans. Hit a bunch of their ships again. We didn't lose any of our own this time. Killed another Le Mans for... Oh, they took out that damaged Beetle. They put him out of his misery. Oh no. Bezzy is just drifting now. They've come back for some reason. Oh, there must be salvaging. Science team completed the medium dual core construction vehicle and the mobile armored artillery. What else we got left? Shield survey, that's not important right now. Buoyant combat. Oh, we've done. We've done all of the big stuff. Have we got anyone else who can do this composite armor? 7 labs. 20%, 15, no. Okay, so you're the best person for that. What about the railgun? 50%. No one with a good percentage with better labs. We've got worse labs. We've got worse labs all day. Fine. What we should probably do... sensors. We should probably work on our fire control range. Oh, we've got a nice 8 labs guy. Cato. See what you can do about those railguns. Planetary sensor strength might be nice. Oh, no. Go to defensives. We could probably do with this one since it's virtually there. You have that, and then you get more labs when they become available, please. Is go to bed. Is go to bed 20 minutes. How's it going, Tricky? How are we doing? Good to see you. We're still surviving. We're surviving. All the red is here, but we're surviving. We're actually, you know, we're fighting back. They keep throwing ships at us and they keep, you know, not coming back from that. We're just building tiny fighter craft. It is a lot of red. But Mercury first, like they've taken over Mercury. They're using that as a refueling landing depot, like an outpost. This ship's disabled. This ship's disabled. Bear in mind, I have no ships. Those ships have been disabled by orbital bombardment weapons on Earth. That one's been disabled. That one... That's an army on Mars. And I think there's an army on Callisto as well. Or there was an army on Callisto. I don't know about anymore. But we are also building on Ganymede. Building an army on Ganymede. So hopefully, once we get more established and we've got longer range weaponry, our Ganymede can shoot... We'll have to upgrade quite a bit, but they'll be able to shoot through defenses on Callisto, hopefully. If not, we can send our swanky new ground force team over there, which we're going to be working on any second. Slipway added to Relentless Alpha Dog. I don't think we need the Relentless Alpha Dog anymore. No, we don't. What was the Relentless? Transport. Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, we do need this because this is what was going to move our troops over. We probably need to research this drive, and then we can actually tool up to build the Relentlesses. Which we will do. And we haven't got any power propulsion gas. It's fine. We'll have to wait until something finishes. Essentially, we're just ticking time forward until that happens. So we are building really tiny, really cheap fighter ships on Earth. We're not even building them with shipyards because they keep blowing up our shipyards. So we're building them with our construction force. They take absolutely no time to build. I'm building 100 of them, and it's going to take 2 years. So they're churning out like one every couple of months. And all that is, they're not actually doing anything, the ships, they're just sitting in orbit. But that's drawing their ships in, and then their ships get caught by my surface to orbit railguns, and they get absolutely caned. As soon as this happens, we've shot out their engine at this point, and then the next hit just decimates them. We took out 2 of their ships there. It cost us 4 fighters, the Le Mans and the Bezier. So the Bezier is a 10,000 ton, I think it's like a Corvette / destroyer, and the Le Mans is the same, but one of them's got more railguns basically. So we're taking out their hefty attack fleet with our ground forces. We attacked the Narbonne. We hit it 533 times, penetrating hits 115. That thing took a painful amount of damage. We actually reduced its speed as well. Oh, we took out one of its engines completely. Must have multiple engines, but... Oh, they managed to drop some infantry. How proceeds the war? The war is going. It's going okay. We've started redesigning our ground forces a bit. They've just dropped a new batch of ground forces on Earth. That's fine. I think we'll be able to deal with those with what we've got already. Oh yeah, they're already gone. They're already dead. So yeah, we've gone through and we've designed new unit classes. So we've got all these new toys to play with. These are our current defensive things that we're currently building on Ganymede. We can only build these at the minute because these require duranium. We've just designed a new ship though, which is currently being built. Is this one. So this is the Beetle, which is the current freighter ship, which is 30,000 tons. Moves at a whopping 195 kilometers a second. We've just redesigned it to a flea, which moves at 3,000 kilometers a second. Only has a 500 size cargo versus this one's 25,000. But it also has a much stronger engine. This one was nuclear thermal. This one's an ion. But it's also 2,500 tons instead of 30,000 tons. So it should be a lot smaller of a dot on their radar. So hopefully they shouldn't be able to see what it's doing. And essentially all it's going to do right now is take a small amount of duranium to Ganymede so that Ganymede can build STOs. Our new railgun STOs, let me show you these. What did we got finish? We might not have finished researching them. We did. Oh, because they're not called STR anymore. They're fixed armoured artillery. No. Oh no, we didn't design them yet. We didn't design them yet. We designed the railgun. We didn't design the actual STO itself. So I'm going to do fixed static STOs because that gives them a lot of fortifications, a lot of defense, and we are going to do the quad cores, which have quite a decent range. But they also do, this does 1-to-1 damage, this does 2-to-1 damage, but it also has 4 shots. Oh, there's a higher chance to hit. Oh, I suppose it. But it's also firing 4 times rather than just once. So the part exists. So now we just need to put it on a gun. Yeah, so let's do that. Let's do. I think STLs avoid combat because they're not. These aren't ground combat. This is space combat, so it should be fine. So this is the 2112 fixed quad core. That's 2. So now if we research that. Give me please. Don't really care about geo-surveying right now. What we want is the big gun. It's going to be ready in April. It's currently there. Means I have to press this button to move 2 to 6 hours at a time. Because they're doing a lot of random shit. They're basically salvaging a bunch of the wrecks. Well, their wrecks, my wrecks. Just developed a new railgun. Well, the new railgun. What does more size do? Does it do anything useful? I'm sure it does, because otherwise we're not going to do it. Let's do design. Let's go to right button. Oh, so it makes it longer range as well. Okay, okay. Well, we might have just replaced our current quad core design, but we'll build a new one when we get further in. Because that longer range is going to be, in fact, is that longer range going to be more? Because those longer range is going to make those new guns even like absolutely devastating. Yeah, we need that. We need it. Railgun. Yeah. So I'm just thinking, our current railguns, aren't bad. They only have one shot, so they're not quick, but they're cheap. But if we had one that's, if we make a bunch of them that have one shot, they're cheap and they'll definitely kill things. But if we make the 4-shot one, they'll do more punch per gun, because we've had a few situations where we've shot them and they've not died. The problem is we've got one. I suppose the size does count then, doesn't it? Because our current STO formation has like 42 railguns in it. Well, 42 turrets. Let's just prototype this and see how many we could potentially fit. So 21, 13. And this is the quad core. Let's do the dual core. The unicore. Okay, let's prototype all those, and then we'll make I need to research the actual tech though. Really annoys me that the best defensive guy we've got. Well, we haven't got a better defensive guy than this, unfortunately. But it's okay. Direct fire, so we need these. So best guy can go on the biggest one, so that's you. You can have 4 laps. One, you can have 3 labs, and you can have, well, you can have 3 labs, and then we'll put 1 back on you. Lee, yes. Okay, Lee, you have one very important task. And you're in the worst position possible to do it, but I'm going to try anyway. I'm going to detach, we're going to grab a bunch of fuel, we're going to load minerals, we're going to load uranium, and we're going to go so I don't want to go right up close to them. Go to ink first. You know anything on ink? Am I blind? Oh, it's a comet, that's why. Inky dinky. Ink, there it is. move there, then go to Ganymede and unload all minerals. And hopefully they make that. Orders completed. Okay. We seem to be able to do that very quickly, so let's just go back to Earth and see if we can hide. So far it's all good. There's my alarm saying go to bed. The price might be higher, but more shots fired increase the kill efficiency, yes. Also might mean we need to build less of them. So it might, in a way, make it cheaper. Possibly. Because we only built 40 something railways because we were filling up that 5,000 space we had. But we should also probably have not built all those. We should have built some construction crews as well so that we can build trench up to the fortification. Which I will do this time. Science team. Unicorn railguns. Research. Beautiful. I suppose we'll do that lab. It's called defense turrets done, which is our current formation for the railway. So this one here is our current STO. But we have just now replaced that. Static, medium armor, surface to orbit, potentially this one. Where's the fire control range gone up? See, I was expecting the... Oh, menu, because it's a big... Yeah, okay, so the fire control range gets multiplied as well. Okay. Okay, so it's got a lower chance to hit. But it's also doing more damage. This is doing 3 damage. Which I think he's doing 3 layers of armor damage. Like, it's either doing 3 in a straight line or 3 on a flat surface. I think it's going to be in a straight line though. So that will pierce 3 layers of armor in 1 hit, and this is doing 4. Size 370. What's our current one? 277. Okay, so it's 3, nearly 4 times bigger. What about the Unicorn? So the Unicorn is only 50% bigger than our current railgun, because our current railgun is the 2077. It's only 50% bigger, but it's doing 3 times as much damage. And it's got nearly 5 times the range. Rate of fire 45. I think that's backwards. I think a lower rate of fire is better. So I think that's actually reload time. Could be wrong. So what does a 4 get us? Other than more potential damage. Doesn't change the range, doesn't change the tracking, doesn't change... Just changes the number of shots. Okay. I'm tempted to build both of those and see how we get on. Just build one of each, see what they do. Can't hurt. So this would be, what's our current unit called? Fixed quad-core defense turret. Okay. And is it a non-combat? It is. So this is the 21 and 13 quad core. Let's call it fixed. 4x15. Doing it for ones anyway. Combat. So 5, sure. We're still using the fighters to draw them in as well. So we do every now and again take out 2 or 3 of their ships. The 1X rail defense turret is done. Financial centers are finished building. Incredible. We should probably build more research facilities. We've got the Macassium now. Some more ground force construction would not hurt at all. Especially because we just moved a bunch of them off world. 10.7. Let's build 9.3. Gonna build another queen. Nearly ready to add another slip better there as well. Add another fleet. Okay, we've got all the rail defense turrets now. So now we should be able to build a formation with those. So I'm just going to obsolete that and obsolete that. I think that'll still let me have these in production. They're just obsolete now. They're just going to get built. It won't let me build more though. until that unobsolete them. Okay, so our rail defense turrets here. Okay. So our current obsolete template. This is our current STO. So we've got 49 Hurricane railguns, which are the single fire 10k range one. We added some super light infantry for some reason, and then 5k headquarters. We'll add the 5k headquarters. But we're creating a new one up. So this is going to be planetary defensive. Unobsolete that. Right, so that's I'm gonna need a let's rename this to just defensive weaponry. I'm gonna need probably obsolete that one now. What the fuck?
I need to steal some water.
Okay. You ready for the bed then?
I died first, 12 child.
So did I. Well, migrant bitch. Just be brave. Oh, right. I'll save this for tomorrow. Designing these formations is going to take a bit of time. But yeah, I'm thinking we're going to have... Let's just add... How much is that? So if we had 10 quad railgun turrets there, that's 3,000. We've got room for 5 with our garrison HQ. Our garrison HQ can hold 25,000. So if we had 5,000 and then we had 5,000 size battalions in the garrison regiment, 4 of which would, well, 3 of which would probably be the artillery. Then we'd probably have 1 that's just dedicated to construction and 1 that's dedicated to logistics. Well, the logistics, you know, they do need logistics. Something like that, and we'll set up a proper thing tomorrow. Right. Anyway, thanks for checking in. I'll catch you guys in the next. Adios.